I know I started this earlier, but I realized it was kind of early and it might be a little idle. So if you tuned in a few minutes ago, I did start it and I ended it. So if anybody is joining now, I'm not sure. Oh, good, we got a couple pop-ups. This is a different time um, from usual yoga schedule. So we'll be starting in just a few minutes. I think this will be. You can send any messages if something doesn't look great to you, or if you can't hear me. Oh, good. We've got some joiners, it looks like. If you have any props, try to grab some. Maybe a towel or a strap, of course. If you have a strap or a belt or a towel or I've got this. This is just like a luggage wrap strap thing, and it works kind of good for a strap, so you can adjust it, and it's strong. A scarf, if you're wearing a scarf, if it's not a stretchy one. We have some joiners. Welcome. Blocks or pillows. Any blocks or maybe some pillows to sit on. Kind of nice actually to be at home. You can get some comfortable props. We'll be starting in just a few minutes at 6 o'clock. Just a couple minutes, looks like. Maybe on the pillows. If you're joining, of course, just start coming into a quiet space, calming the breath, calming the mind. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to virtual. Oh, good. Here's some. Hello. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for checking in. Well, good. So, going on some virtual yoga. This is very strange to me. So, I think I've got it down. But and I'm Erica. And welcome to North Dodge Athletic Club yoga. So this is a great time. I'll invite you to just start making your way into a comfortable seated position. Usually sitting cross-legged, maybe on a block or some pillows. And just starting to calm the breath and the mind. Maybe if you prefer to sit on your heels, that's fine. Or if you prefer to sit in a chair, you've probably got lots of chairs. So we'll just gently place the hands on the thighs, and just start releasing the neck, coming into the space here and now. Letting everything go. This is so weird to be talking to people in person, but I do believe that we all will feel connected regardless of our physical presence together. So this is a good time for us to appreciate different ways of doing things. And I invite you to start breathing deeper. Start breathing into the belly and actually visualizing the air coming through the nose, breathing through the nose, inhaling, and that air coming all the way down and filling up the lungs and the belly. And then pressing the diaphragm toward the belly, pressing the stale air out, up through the nose or the mouth. And repeat this, maybe closing the eyes. Inhaling all the way down into the belly. And then pressing all the way out. Keep going here, and I'll start introducing an idea or an intention for the evening that I invite you to join me in reflecting on or not. So I've been reading a Yoga Sutra. The Yoga Sutras are an ancient text of yoga, and a couple of them sort of resonated with me lately. They talk about non-attachment, and that doesn't mean not being interested in something, but it means that we have an ability to adjust our energy and our activity into living a steady mind. And by not being attached, we're not being pulled. Our mind is not being pulled in different directions to distract us from the goal of our steady energy. And that is the middle energy of the gunas, the 3 gunas energy levels, the high, medium, and low. And our goal is to be in that middle energy level. We need the high and the low sometimes. We need the high to do some things. We need the low to relax and sleep. But our idea is to be a steady middle level of the gunas. So I invite you to reflect on that with me tonight. Seems appropriate. Trying not to be too distracted by news, by other things we wish we were doing, or other places we were, other than sheltering at home or with friends. So we just have to come back always to our breath and our mind and balance. And now that we have some breath going, let's roll onto our hands and knees. Roll onto hands and knees in tabletop position. So nice tabletop. And find a steady tabletop here. Wrists directly below the shoulders and knees directly below those hips. And we'll go into some cat-cow. So inhaling, dropping the belly toward the earth. Hope you can see me. And the gaze goes up and the hips go up to the sky. And then exhaling, rounding the spine up toward the sky, dropping the head, releasing the neck, tucking that tailbone under. And then again, inhale to cow, dropping the belly toward the earth. And then exhale, press round the spine up. Cat pose. And inhale, cow. And one more time, exhale, cat. Really pressing the earth away and making space between the shoulder blades. Come back to neutral. And we'll send the right arm forward, bicep by the ear, left arm comes back, left leg goes straight back, stretching long. Inhale. And on your exhale, is tuck the knee toward the elbow, toward the knee under the body, rounding the spine in that cat pose. Using the core for strength, and then inhaling, reach long. And again, exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, reach long. One more time, exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, bring the knee and hands to the earth. Couple more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And we'll find the neutral spine and go on the other side. Reach the left arm forward, right arm back. Right leg straight back. Use that glute to really lift it so it's level, the hips are level. And inhale and reach long. And then exhale, tuck the knee toward the elbow under the torso, rounding the spine. And inhale, reach long. And exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, reach long. And one more time, tuck and round. Inhale, reach long. And then exhale, place the hand and knee down to the earth. And then move those legs, those knees wide to the outsides of the mat. Turn the toes together. We're coming back into extended child's pose. So again, I have no idea if you can see me actually. I'll check your comments. Come down, extended child's pose. Bring those hips back to the heels. Reach the arms forward. Reach the arms forward. Rest the forehead on the mat. And then roll the forehead side to side. Temple to temple. A little massage. And starting to release the neck. Beautiful. And then walk both of those hands over to the left side. Really stretch long. Forehead still on the mat. And then walk both hands over to the right side. Really releasing, stretching the side of the body by those ribs. Making space for the ribs, which will make space for our breath and our air. Nice, come back forward. Send those arms long. Lift up onto the fingertips. Lift the wrists. And then drop. And let's lift up to downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Coming into the inverted V shape with the body. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Feet are about hips width apart. And the idea, the knees might be bent quite a bit, but we're really focusing on making the long line from all the way from the hips down to the fingertips. And those heels may or may not be touching the ground. That is fine. And we drop the head between the biceps and release the neck. Shake the head yes and no. It's very gently nodding more than shaking. Pressing into the knuckles where the fingers connect to the palms, rather than, we don't want to put pressure always on those wrists. Trying to send the pressure toward the fingers. And then walk the hands forward, feet forward. And we're coming into a forward fold. Knees are bent quite a bit. And you're facing front probably, but I'm just turning around here a little bit. So just the feet are hips width apart, definitely I like here. They could be together. And just drape over the thighs. Release the neck. Drop that head. Nod yes and no. You'll hear me. No, nice and gentle. And then roll on up. Nice and slow. Roll the shoulders up and back. And connecting breath to the movement. We're going to do this connecting breath to the movement by inhaling when we bring the shoulders up, forward and up, and exhaling as we bring them back and down. Really bringing those shoulder blades together as we come back. But nice and slow. Nice big circles, and then switch. Inhaling when we go back and up, and exhaling when we come forward and down. Good. And let's find a Tadasana, mountain pose. Open the arms out to the side and settle into the feet, grounding, tall spine. And nice, tuck the hips a little bit toward the front. Just to make sure that we're nice and tall, allowing enough space for the air, the prana to circulate through the body. Rock back and forth on the feet. Find all bases of the feet to ground in. Beautiful. And then we're going to sweep up. We're going to come into some classic sun salutation. So we'll sweep the arms up overhead, inhaling, and exhale, swan dive, leading with the chest down, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, spine is parallel to the mat. And then exhale, step back with the right foot. Drop the back knee. I will go, you can see. Drop the back knee. Flip the foot so the top of the foot is on the mat. Sweep the arms up overhead, inhaling. And then exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. And then lower all the way down, leading with the chest. Tucking the elbows into the ribs. Flip the feet and gently lift the chest. Not pressing so much, but lifting, using the back muscles to lift the chest. Inhaling with that, and then exhaling, pressing through hands and knees to down dog. Bring the right foot forward. Drop the back knee. Sweep the arms up overhead, inhaling. And then exhale, hands down. Let it all out. Inhale, step forward and you're in halfway lift here. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms out to the side and up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll go on the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back with the left foot. Drop the back knee, that left knee. Sweep the arms up, inhaling. And then exhale, hands down, step back, plank. Inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, press back down dog. Inhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Drop the right back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, biceps by the ears. And then hands down, exhaling. Let it all out. Inhale, step forward. Step that back foot forward. You're in halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Samastitihi. We'll sweep the arms up. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back with the left foot. We're going to plant, turn the heel down. We're coming into warrior one. So find your base, root down, and then rise up. Warrior one. Hips are facing toward the front leg. Front knee is bent. Back leg is long and strong. Inhale those arms up overhead. Biceps by the ears. Drop the shoulder blades down and back toward the hips. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Lift the back heel and step back to down dog. And then we'll bring the left foot forward. Coming into warrior one with the left foot forward. Drop the back heel. Sweep the arms up. Sink in. By engaging the right glute, you can open the, so that back leg glute, you can open the hip flexor of that back leg. Kind of helps me sometimes. Burn those hands down. Step back down dog. And then step up to the front. Hang here. Hang here one more moment. Maybe those legs are a little straighter. And then we'll come into a halfway lift. Maybe grab your block or a book or a prop or anything, or not. And we're just going to try to make that spine as parallel to the mat, to the ground as we can. We're just going to do a little spinal twist here, so plant the right hand and sweep the left arm up. And the right leg can bend quite a bit. And then we'll switch sides. Plant the left arm, sweep the right arm up. So the arms are about 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Twisting. And bring the arm down. And roll up. We're at the top of the mat. Roll up. And reset. I'm going to go into some sun bees, and this is where we add in the warrior one. So that's kind of why I threw that in there for some to get acquainted with that warrior one. And I also add in a little extra warrior one, so follow along with me. So we'll inhale the arms up overhead, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the halfway lift, spine parallel, and then step back with the right leg, and plant the back foot, the right foot, sweep up warrior one. And exhale, hands down, lift the back heel, send that left leg back, and maybe even hover it a little bit. And come down to chaturanga. Arms are bent 90 degrees, tucked into the ribs. And inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale over the heels to down dog. And let's see, we're leading with the right. Bring the right foot forward. Drop the back heel. Sweep up warrior one. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, step up, you're in halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that on the other side, leading with the left. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back left. Drop the back heel, sweep up, warrior one. And exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. You can inhale here, maybe float that back leg, just keep it high. And exhale, chaturanga. Oh, inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes to down dog. And bring that left foot forward. Inhale, sweep up warrior one. Exhale, lift the back heel, bring the hands forward, down to the mat. Inhale, step forward, halfway lift, and hold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Ooh, starting to warm up, I hope. I'm not really in the middle. Okay. What next? Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back with the left foot. Hang out here and lunge. Low lunge. Stretch the back leg. Back knee can be up or down. And on an inhale, just inhale, reaching, looking forward. And exhale, straighten the front leg, bring the nose toward the knee, and round the spine. Inhale, bend the front leg, come forward, and exhale, straighten and round. Warming up those hips. A couple more times. Inhale, forward, and exhale, down. Inhale, forward. And come up, high lunge. Might want to lift the back leg now. Bring the hands to heart center. We're keeping the torso tall. Tall for now, keeping the crown of the head toward the sky. And we're just going to twist to the right. Stay here or open the arms, or maybe wrap them around the hips. Let's show you. Oh yeah. And then come forward. Hands at heart center, lean forward, and we're going to twist to the right and connect the left elbow to the and press, twisting, press into the palms, stacking the forearms, and then come forward, hands down in front, step back, down dog. And we'll go on a little flow here, or stay here, or rest in a child's pose. You can inhale forward into a plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, or exhale, and exhale, down dog. We'll meet in down dog. And then we'll bring the left foot forward between the hands. We're in a low lunge. And either drop that back knee or keep it lifted. Go to the side. And inhale, look forward, maybe a little bit of a cow spine. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, bring the nose toward the knee, around the spine. And inhale, bend the front leg. And exhale, straighten and round. Inhale, bend forward. Exhale, straighten around. Inhale, forward. And come on up, high lunge. Find the balance. Lunges are actually pretty hard. And bring the hands to heart center and twist to the left. Now, I hope that I am properly with directions left and right, because I think that I don't have to do the mirror thing. And then open the arms and maybe wrap them around the hips, sinking into that front leg. Gaze goes behind. And then come forward. Bring the hands to the heart center and lean forward. And we're going to twist, connecting the right elbow to that front knee. And twist, gaze goes up to the sky, pressing the palms together, trying to keep your balance. Press those palms together, the forearms are in a line, up and down. Beautiful, and then come back center, and plant the hands in front, step back, down dog. And just to keep moving here, either stay here, or rest in child's, or come with on the flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Rest here, a couple breaths. Spread the fingers and toes. And then we're going to sweep the right leg up to the sky. 3-leg dog. 3-leg dog. Point the toe, open the hip, keeping the shoulders square to the front. And bring the right foot forward between the hands. Drop the back foot, we're coming into Warrior 2. Sweep on up to Warrior 2. And alignment similar to Warrior 1, except our hips are to the side. Knee is directly above that ankle. And the arms are front to back, over the legs. They're in line with the legs. Drop the shoulder blades back and down, opening the chest. And we're going to reach forward and bring that front arm up overhead toward the back leg. For a reverse warrior. And then bring that front arm forward. We're coming into side angle. The front elbow connects with the front thigh. The left arm goes straight up overhead, bicep by the ear, making a long line all the way from the fingertips down to the heel of that back foot. And then we're going to sweep back, reverse again. And then straighten the front leg, bring the arms front and back, reach forward, and rotate the shoulders and the upper body to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Here we're talking about those 3 gunas again. 3 triangles. This pose is 3 triangles representing the 3 gunas, or 3 of all sorts of things in any faiths or geometry. We have it's a very strong shape as well. And then come on up, bend the front leg, Warrior 2. And cartwheel those hands down, front, in the front, step back, down dog. stay here or come on the flow. Inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. We'll go on the other side. Sweep the left leg up to the sky and open the hip, lifting the left hip up toward the sky as well, keeping the shoulders square to the front. And then sweep that foot. Left foot comes between the hands. Plant the back foot. Plant the back foot, 45 degrees. Sweep up, warrior two. Sink in the front leg. Drop the shoulders down and back. Hips are to the side, facing the side. And the gaze comes to the front, over the front fingertips. And we'll reach forward and send that hand up overhead toward the back leg, sinking in the front leg, building some heat. And then bring that left arm forward, elbow on the front knee, sweep the right arm up overhead, bicep by the ear, making that long line all the way from the fingertips to the back heel. Oh, stretching. And come back reverse. And then we're coming into Trikonasana, so straighten that front leg, arms come forward, reach forward, and rotate the whole upper body. And I'll go into a little more Trikonasana, 3 triangles. So we have one triangle here, and then this triangle, all the way from the top hand down and to the back leg. And bend the front leg, come back up, warrior two. And cartwheel the hands down, step back, down dog. Whew. Stay here or flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or I think they call this crocodile maybe too. And inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Reset. And take a couple deep breaths here. Oh. Bring the right foot forward between the hands. Plant the back foot coming into warrior one. And then open the arms out to the side, really stretching. And then cross them in front, giving yourself a hug, hands on the shoulders to start, or maybe wrapping into eagle arms. So we have the arm stacked at the elbows, and maybe just the backs of the hands come together, or maybe the palms. And give me a little back bend by lifting the elbows. Inhale. And then exhale, sweep those hands behind, resting on the hips, or clasping the hands behind the hips, and opening the chest expansion. We're still sinking into that front leg. I know I was not for a little bit there. And we're opening the chest, so squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then we're going to dive forward. And again, the hands by resting on the hips or clasped. Dive forward on the inside of that front leg. Drop the head, release the neck, and maybe send the hands up to the sky. Hold here, breathe. We're still in the warrior one position. Beautiful, come on up, warrior one. And sweep those hands down, plant them in front, step back, down dog. Stay here or flow. Inhaling to, I think it's called crocodile, or plank, and then lowering so that elbows are only 45 or 90 degrees. Inhale, flip those feet, come to upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. We'll bring the left foot forward between the hands. So we're coming up to warrior one. plant that back foot. So the foot is about 45 degrees. The toes are facing kind of the right front quadrant of your mat or your body. Sweep those arms up. Oh, and then we forgot to remember which arm was on top or bottom last time. Try to remember and switch. Stay here or wrap those arms up into eagle arms. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift the elbows. Get a little back bend. Or keep breathing. And then release the arms. Send the arms back. Resting on the hips or clasping maybe the opposite thumb over this time as well. Trying to even things out in our bodies and minds. Pressing, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Opening the chest. And then dive forward. So we're diving, bringing the chest on the inside of the front leg. Maybe the arms come up to the sky. Ooh, hold here, keep breathing. And sweep the arms back up, warrior one. And drop the hands at the front, step back down, dog. Okay. Bring the right foot forward between the hands. You're in lunge. This is gonna get tricky. Now step both feet forward. And inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And then let's just inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Samastitihi, equal sides. Balance. Going to come into a tree pose. So ground into the right foot. Bring the left foot up, opening the left knee to the left, straight out to the left side. And bring that left sole of the left foot anywhere on the inside of the standing leg, where is comfortable today. And then find your arms, maybe growing up, maybe just at heart center, or maybe in reverse prayer. Just finding some balance. Coming into the breath again, if you've forgotten like I have. And then we're going to release the leg, but not all the way to the ground. You're going to hold it to the front. Bring that knee to the front. And then just kick it back, straight back to warrior three. So, warrior three, we're making the T shape with the body. Lifting out of the straightened supporting leg. Hips are square to the earth. And arms can be at heart center, hands, or send those hands forward, biceps by the ears, or maybe the hands are back by the hips. Oh, well. Ooh, yeah. And then we'll place the hands down on the mat, making a big triangle between the hands and that foot, that supporting foot. Open. Bringing the left hip up toward, coming into half moon. So we're lifting the left hip toward the sky and slowly maybe reaching the left arm up as well. So our arms are, and shoulders are stacked one on top of the other, about 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock type of position. And that back leg is straight out. You're using, ooh. And remember, you can move your supporting arm, your hand, quite a bit over to the side, the right, to have some stability. Or you can also try to actually lift that supporting hand. You're going to bring the gaze down to the mat and just start experimenting by lifting that hand. Traditionally, you kind of bring the fingers toward the nose. Beautiful. And And then square off the hips and bring the hands and the feet down. Hang here in forward fold, maybe the bent quite a bit, and roll on up. Gotta go on the other side. Tree pose. How's everybody doing? Any? Oh yes, thank you for joining. We'll keep going a little bit. Got the other side here. Tree pose. Open that right leg out to the side. Place the sole of that right foot anywhere along the left leg, inside of that left leg as it's comfortable. You gotta find your sweet spot, and it's never going to be the same. And remember, we're not attached to any particular idea with this. It's what works for us today. Find your hands and maybe extend the arms up. Maybe in prayer, maybe in reverse prayer. Oh, can you see my little doggy? I hope I don't step on him. And then we'll bring that, we'll release, but not all the way to the mat. Bring the right knee forward and then shoot it straight back into Warrior 3. I'll turn around here. So we have straight back. Find that balance and the strength. You're lifting, you're light, you're lifting out of the supported leg. Find that one spot on the mat to look at for balance. Using that glute of the lifted leg to really make it straight back. I know you might not be able to see it if you're not by a mirror, but maybe practice sometime by a mirror so you know what it feels like. And let's drop those hands down, making the big triangle. Nice wide base. We can use a nice wide base for this. And we're going to open the right hip and arms to the sky for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, yes. Lifting the leg nice and parallel to the mat is the idea. And stay here, or if you'd like to challenge yourself a little more, bring the gaze down and maybe lifting that supporting arm. Balance and breath. That's what it's all about. Okay. Whew. And place both hands square off the hips. Bring that foot down by the other one. And just hang here. Forward fold. Breathe. Whew. And let's roll up. And reset again. Do a little floor work. We'll inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to step back to down dog. One more time here. And we will open, do a hip opener again. Sweep the right leg up to the sky. And then bring the right shin forward, parallel, coming into pigeon pose. Pigeon pose. And maybe extending up first. Oh yeah, here's my upward facing doggy. And then draping forward. Draping over the front leg. Find your spot. Might be resting on a block. Yeah, Matt. And then lifting up. Step back down dog. Go the other side. Lift the left leg up and bring the left leg forward. Shin parallel to the front of the mat, so the left knee is behind the left wrist. And start by pressing up. I like to actually press on the leg and the foot. Pressing up, little back bend, and then exhale, release forward. Finding your spot. Might be way up high on some blocks, or maybe just stay high. Trying to find a release in the hips. And breathe into the tension And really think about if it's the muscle tension keeping you from relaxing it, or if it's maybe some mental resistance, because it's a weird position, right? And then hands down. And let's just step back to come back into hands and knees tabletop. And we're going to come into Gomukhasana, the cow face pose. So move the left leg in toward the center and lift the right leg up. Cross the right leg behind and over the left knee. Sweep those legs out to the sides, and then, I hope you can see this, and then just kind of roll over to sit on the glutes, the sits bones. So if you don't like that way of getting into this posture, that is fine. I just kind of like it. It helps me get into it instead of tugging all it over. So grab that strap or towel. Left leg is over, so our right arm will be up. And so we first start by reaching up and then bending that right elbow. So we are practically giving ourselves a little pat on the back. The left arm comes behind, facing out, palm facing out, and we hold on to wherever that, onto the strap, or clasp the hands, the fingers. But we really want to keep the chin level to the earth, and a tall spine, sending energy out through the crown of the head. And again, just releasing any of the tension. Opening hips and shoulders. Nice and gentle with those shoulders, though. I have gone too far in this thinking I was all warmed up, and I really have not been. And release. And release the legs. And roll forward to hands and knees. We'll go the other side. If you don't like this way of getting into that, it's just fine. But if you'd like to, move the right foot, right knee to the center. Lift the left leg. Cross the left knee over. Tuck it right in behind the right knee, the lower knee, and swing those feet out to the sides. And then roll back over to sit on the glutes. So the idea is that the knees are stacked, one on top of the other. Again, grab your strap. Right leg is high, crossed over, and so our left arm will be high. Start with that strap in the hand, lift up, bend that elbow, bringing the hand toward the neck, and then the right arm sweeps behind and holds on to the strap, maybe inching toward the other hand. And if you're clasping your hands, go ahead and drop the strap, of course. Tall spine, energy out, up to the sky, through the crown of the head. Again, where is the tension, especially in the hips? Is it resistance that you are holding that you might be able to get rid of? Or is it really the muscle? Or vice versa? Hold here. And then release. Bring the legs out front. Out in front of you. Do a little spinal twist both legs out front. Then bend the right knee, bringing that foot in toward the hips, cross it over, maybe bend that front leg and bring the foot under the right glute, or leave it straight. I'm kind of feeling like a straight one right now. I think, yeah. And then we'll twist to the right. So that left arm can come up to the the thigh on the just above the knee, and wrap the right arm behind. Or maybe just hugging that front leg kind of helps to bring that hip in a little bit more. Really pressing into this back arm, back hand, pressing the spine up, and then gaze goes toward the back. So we have a tall spine, twisting. Couple of breaths. And then release. And switch sides, switch the legs. Bend the left knee. Cross that left foot over the right knee. And we're going to twist to the left. Just hugging, using that front arm to hug the knee to start with. And switch sides again. And then twisting, gazing toward the back. So left arm pressing up, tall spine. Energy twisting out of that torso, being squeezed, stretching the space between the vertebrae even. And the gaze goes behind, so we are engaging and twisting the cervical spine, the neck, as well as the lower spine. And then we'll release. Bring the feet forward and roll onto the back, all the way down to the back. Bring the right leg in, up to the sky. Hold on with your strap. With your strap, and then open the right leg to the right, way out to the right. Either using the strap or maybe just holding, resting, like holding, or maybe resting it on a block. We're just trying to stretch that inner thigh. Maybe holding onto the foot or the toes. I think you can see me like this. And then bring it forward and switch legs. So bring the left foot forward to the sky. Right leg is extended long. Hold on to the toes or the foot, or use the strap. I'll do a little scooch around and pull it in, and then release it to the left, all the way to the left side. Hope you can see me. The shoulders are still on the mat. Again, find where you can relax for just a couple of breaths. Both glutes are on the mat, keeping that right hip down. And then bring the right foot, that foot back up, release, send it long. And then we'll bring both knees in, tucking in, and bringing the, and then rolling both knees to one side, say your left, I guess, and really adjusting your spine so you can feel a long spine, so you're not. You can actually kind of move your shoulders forward. I would think that's how I do it, or I move the hips back And you can extend the legs or the upper leg. And again, engage and twist the neck by looking behind you toward the right arm. Both shoulders are still on the mat. And release through the middle of the spine rather than down by the hips. Try to focus on that part. The lumbar. And then switch sides, coming through the center, and send the knees over to the right, maybe adjusting your shoulders, maybe walking your shoulders a little bit toward that right side. And releasing into the twist. Shoulders, both shoulders are still on the mat. Gaze goes toward the left. Couple deep breaths. And come back to the center. Happy baby. Bring those, bend the legs. Bend the legs. Bring the knees toward the shoulders. Hold on to the outside of the foot or the toes. And rock back and forth. Or sorry, side to side. And then send those legs up to the sky for legs up the wall pose or waterfall. Or maybe lift the hips up to shoulder stand. Of course, make sure you're on the shoulders and the triceps. Hold here. Maybe send those legs up overhead to plow. And then bring the legs up and slowly roll down. It's very slow. And then send those legs long. And just rest in the Shavasana. I know it seems weird that we're, but we have this time, so enjoy. So relax, Shavasana. Stay here a few moments. Releasing all the energy into the ground, into your floor. All the energy that we just created. Now is the time to release it and allow the earth to support you entirely. Just a little bit of silence. And come back into the space, into your breath, deepen the breath. I know that was really short, but it seems so weird with nobody here. And so start wiggling the fingers and toes, kind of waking up. Roll onto the right side in a fetal position, being reborn into the world. And then slowly make your way up to a seated position. And we'll just have a quick moment here to meditate or reflect. Just find yourself in your, maybe the same seated position you started in. Cross leg facing forward. breathing. And we'll just have one moment to reflect again on that sutra intention that I introduced at the beginning. And hopefully we can find a balance between energies and a non-attachment to our habits and our the way we know things, because we're in a lot of change right now. So we need to find a way to find the middle ground, the steady energy, and a way to detach from our distractions. Bring the hands to heart center as a symbol of gratitude, thanking you for joining me tonight. I'm glad that North Dodge is doing these live classes. I'm really enjoying some of the other ones too. Thank you again for joining me. Namaste. Good night. If you have any questions, you can enter them into the comments, or you can feedback. I think is still available to the studio, or directly to me. I'm Erica again, and you can find me on Facebook too. Thank you to North Dodge for allowing us to practice together tonight. Any questions or comments? Thank you. Go ahead and end. Good night.